Rice, he's got an opening. Rice, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete. Wow.
Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the road.
Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Henig with a load of steam, and he pulls over.
One as Blake Bergstrom looks to go. Blake Bergstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Louisville Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Corner, 3 seconds, Simiato. No. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
Hey, and welcome in here to Game Day Media. My name is Randy Peterson, alongside John Battinger. Battinger, there he is, owner of the Battinger Lawn Service and Snow Removal. Hopefully we don't have to use the snow removal, but it'd be nice to have the lawn service still in production yet this fall, right?
Well, with tonight's temperature is going to get down to about 29 with that frost freeze, but we may have it sooner than we'd like.
Yeah, we've got a big matchup here tonight out of Region 3, 11B, 11A football tonight, 11-man football. the defending state champions, the Velva-DAG Anamoose Garrison Aggies, a longtime fixture in the media polls for the state of North Dakota, won it all last year. They come in after a loss last week to Harvey by a score of 10-8 last week. So they want to right the ship here tonight here at Lenny Ingot Field in Stanley. Their opponent tonight, the home team, wearing their blue uniforms, blue helmets, the Stanley Blue Jays, looking to get their first win of the season, as they have been on the losing side of both of their 2 games so far this season, averaging 14 points a game, but giving up a lot more than that. And so they're going to have to try to find a little bit more offense, find a little bit less, more defense probably as well, John.
Well, they did, the Velva-Aggies, they did lose their component with Mr. Shep as their quarterback for quite a long time. And so they're looking to rebound at the quarterback position to get some leadership there. And Stanley, with their losses this year, they too are young with the leadership. And they're looking to kind of get some of that stuff started and get some more points on the board.
You know, it wasn't too many years ago that both of these teams, if it wasn't Stanley winning the state championship, it was Velva winning the state championship. And so there's a long time history between these two teams. And, you know, we're looking forward to what will happen here tonight here at Lenny Ingot Field. But glad you've joined us on Game Day Media. We're going to take a little bit of break as we go down to the field, try to catch up with our coaches on our Lindsay Grocery coaches' comments, and we'll come back. Head to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. We'll be back after a few words from some of our great sponsors.
Continental Resources is proudly independent and fiercely pro-American energy. American-produced oil and natural gas will play a critical role in America's and the world's energy future. So will we. We're deeply invested in our communities in North and South Dakota, Montana, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Texas. Visit CLR.com for job opportunities. We are Continental Resources, America's energy champion.
In a world where every dollar counts, we believe in empowering you to do more with your money. At the Bank of Tioga, we help ignite prosperity for you and the communities we serve. Whether you're a family looking for personal financial solutions, a business seeking growth, or an agricultural entrepreneur with big dreams, we have the products and services to help you achieve your goals. Experience the power of partnership and visit your nearest location or explore our online services today. We ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Must be something in that glass that's keeping us from hearing. Ready to... Hey, welcome back. Game show. I've been able to catch up with the Aggies head coach Matt Weidler. And Matt, after your opening season loss against Harvey, close game down there against the Hornets, and you find yourself in a position here to play against a longtime rival, the Stanley Blue Jays. A few years ago, not too long ago, if it wasn't Velva winning the state championship, it was the Blue Jays winning the state championship. But this is quite a historical rivalry, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had a lot of good battles over the years, and our guys are excited for the challenge here. They were pretty young or not even born to have a little bit of an idea on that, but there's some parents that were involved in it, and they got a pretty good idea. And for us, it's just our next contest. So, our guys are ready to go here.
As the defending champions in 11A football from a year ago, you lost a lot of skilled players, but it seems like over in Velva you just reload, and you got a very strong football tradition at Velva. How does that all work out? How do you guys stay so good and so competitive year in, year out?
Well, I think our kids have grown up around it, so it just continues. They see it as young kids, and you go to a ball game and you got a bunch of little kids running around playing football, and and then they just want to be the next group. So we get great buy-in to the kids that are playing, and they want to leave their mark, so to speak, on each season. So we're blessed to have those guys and coaches that are willing to come. It's a great thing to have.
Hey, thanks for the time. Matt Weidler, the head coach for the Velva-DAG Aggies, Anamoose, Garrison Aggies, and we're going to send it back to you to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk as we continue on, try to catch up with the Blue Jays head coach Jackson Lorenz after this timeout.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
For the healthcare services you need and expertise you can trust, it's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, we're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me. You can trust us. You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
Hey, and welcome back here to our grocery coach's comments. Been able to get a few minutes from the first-year head coach for the Stanley Blue Jays, Jackson Lorenz. And Jackson, the first two games haven't gone quite your way. Probably a learning experience for you as a new coach as well as for your team. But what's the takeaway from those first two games here?
Yeah, we played some really tough teams, we thought, which was really good for us, good for our young team. I mean, we've only got two seniors here playing, and got hurt, unfortunately, so we're confident. We're trying to roll with the punches.
You're probably before your time, but back in the day, if it wasn't Stanley winning the state championship back when Lenny was coaching the Stanley Blues, this is quite a rivalry, and I'm sure that has been projected to your team this past week. What's it going to take down the Aggies tonight?
Yeah, we're going to have to put together 4 quarters of our best football. I think if we can do that, we'll put ourselves in a good spot, but finding that consistency will be key.
Hey, thanks for the time. We'll let you get back to the team. Jackson Lorenz, head coach of the Stanley Blue Jays. We'll send it back to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk as we continue on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our trauma center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology department. Our physical, occupational, speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunization. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. Schedule an appointment by calling us at 701-628-2505 and find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Provera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
And as we bring it back here to Lenny Ingot Field in Stanley, North Dakota, it's time now for our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight. And one of the players that head coach Matt Weidler wanted a spotlight tonight is Luke Selzer. Luke is a senior coming off of an ACL injury from a year ago, so he's back on the field for the first time in a year, and he's looking forward to a great season so far. He's 6'3", 225 pounds, and so he's a load, John.
If a 6'3", 225-pound man is coming after me, I will
get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, and so he's one of the players that we're going to spotlight here today. Like we said, at Velva, they just seem to reload when they graduate players out, and they've got a long tradition of having excellent football programs, and you know, it's no different. They did get beat by 2 points against Harvey a week ago, 10-8, but you know, it's probably a learning experience for that team as well.
When you play on a team that's as storied as the Aggies with winning as a tradition, losing sometimes brings out another quality that they can bring to the table for the next week. And I'd be interested to see how they rebound with the leadership on this team from a loss from last week.
I'll try to find number 9 for Stanley. And as we move over to the other side of the field and we continue on with our Red Rock Auto starting lineups, we look at number 9, Ben Heenick. a junior that is getting a lot of looks across the nation. Ben is a junior. He's about 6'6", and probably all of 240 in my estimation. I know I have to look up to him when I do talk with him, but a player of his caliber. You probably saw him on our opening video with one of the highlights that we had from a year ago, but he is a load as well.
Yeah, Ben, he's a kid that I actually know, and I've spent some time with in coaching from various things, and he has grown tremendously as an athlete. His body frame has grown, and he's grown into that, which sometimes is difficult for kids to do as their body frame grows. But he's an athlete through and through, and when he comes to the field, he's coming to play. Yeah, he's lining up at the tight end position, but he's going to get the ball a lot of touches tonight with a kid of that strength and height and caliber of play. Of course, he's following in the footsteps of his older brother, Jack Heenick, that I think just got injured, from what I understand, playing college football. But his dad wasn't no slouch either. Blair Heenick played for the NDSU Bison as well. So big shoes to fill, and he's doing quite a job in doing that. That is Ben Heenick. So that is our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight here on Game Day Media. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll reset things. We'll come back with more of our Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout.
At work, the Western Education Regional Cooperative, we believe in collaboration to strengthen education across communities. We provide the tools and training to help you help your students succeed. Work brings learning to life with new opportunities. From teacher training to student success, the Work Center is working for you. We bring cutting-edge training in AI, instructional coaching, school strategic planning, and so much more. Learn more at workcenter.com. Let's go to work.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch source beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, capstring flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, WHAM LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
And as we bring it back to the Border Plains Equipment pregame show here in Stanley, North Dakota at Lenny Ingot Field, the home of the Stanley Blue Jays, and a totally revamped field from a couple of years ago. I know a lot of hard work went into this field, getting it ready to go, getting it prepared, and Tioga Field is getting the same kind of a makeover over there in Tioga. Speaking of that, Tioga is going to be playing Stanley next week, and it was supposed to be a home game for Tioga, but because of their field not being ready, they're going to play the game here in Stanley. So we're going to be back over here next Friday night as well for the Stanley Blue Jays versus the Tioga Pirates in another 11A single A football game. But we're about 5-6 minutes away from our opening kickoff, and John, we talked about a couple of players on both sides for Velva and for Stanley Blue Jays. What do you think will be a key tonight for the Stanley Blue Jays to try to keep up with the defending champions from a year ago, the Velva, Anamoose, Garrison, Aggies?
Well, Stanley's they're going to have to be tough on the line. They're going to have to be able to contain the one-on-one matchups they have. They're going to have to be able to contain the outside corners. Defensive ends have got to have discipline today. And then those middle linebackers are going to have to make some plays. Velva's known to throw the ball around a little bit, and when they do, you better take advantage of it.
And I know they run the ball hard. They run very hard. They got a great front line this year again. I mean, they just reload over an Aggie land, and they've got a tradition, and everybody doesn't want to get the bar lowered under their year, and so as the Velva Aggies wearing their white uniforms with yellow pants tonight and their white helmets, it's going to be a tough road for the Stanley Blue Jays, but that's why they play the games. If we look at the coin toss, as the cameras are going to the 50-yard line, and our officials, speaking of our officials tonight, our white hat tonight is Matt Liebel. He's our referee, and his helpers tonight are Justin Roses, Derek Remick, and Kevin Holvey, having a four-man crew tonight. And I know that the state of North Dakota is always looking for officials. That's probably why they only got four tonight. Usually they go with a five-man crew, but you can see in the middle there Ben Henick, one of the captains this year for the Blue Jays, wears number 9. Like I said, I think he's about 6'7", 6'6", something like that, unless he's growing a couple inches from a year ago. But he's a load to bring down, and Velva will have to contain him. And of course, on the other side, their quarterback is Cooper Kittleson. Logan Vincent, the running back, he stands 5'11", 200 pounds, so he's kind of like a human bowling ball when it comes to trying to bring down somebody like that. But like we were saying, on paper, Velva's probably got to be favored in this game, but that's why they play the games, because stranger things have happened. I'm sure that Velva, when they went to Harvey, weren't expecting to get beat either.
Any given Saturday, I think is what they say, right?
Yeah, any given Saturday, any given Friday. Lights aren't on here yet, but I'm sure they'll be coming on pretty soon, as our game time temperature is, let's see if my watch will say, 57 degrees, with a little bit of wind coming out of the northwest. It's a little bit chilly tonight, 57 degrees with winds at 15 miles an hour right now. But we're about 3 minutes away from our opening kickoff. And with that, we're going to send it back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk one more time for a short timeout. We'll come back with the pregame introductions of our starting lineups after this timeout.
How it's always been done isn't good enough. When it comes to your farm, your family, and your future, you deserve better. At Howland Insurance Services, we specialize in how insurance should be done. We creatively customize farm and ranch insurance to meet your marketing goals and minimize risk, providing the protection that you need. We help lessen your dependence on the bank and set you up for long-term success. Contact us today to build a brighter, more secure tomorrow.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. Game 1 powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game 1, the brand behind your brand.
Hey, and as we come back, as the clock is just about ready to hit the 0 mark for our national anthem, we'll turn it over to the Stanley Blue Jays PA announcer, Phil Gustafson, when we get ready to introduce our players and our starting lineups here on our Country Store starting lineups. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. The Country Store located up in Powers Lake, North Dakota, right there on Main Street. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, we're about 15 seconds away from our introductions, and when they start to do the national anthem and the starting lineups, we will turn it over to Mr. Gustafson.
Good evening. We want to welcome everyone to Will Athletic Complex and Lincoln Field for tonight's matchup between the Velva, Garrison, Drake, Anamoose Aggies and your Stanley Blue Jays. Tonight's game is sponsored by Thrivent, BBH Insurance, Michael A. Lucy Agency, American Family Insurance, Farmers Union Insurance, Brandy Larson Agency, and Mortar Plains Equipment. Tonight's matchup will be played under the rules of the North Dakota High School Activities Association and will be conducted under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. If everyone would please rise, remove all headgear for the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Velva-Aggies. Defensive starters. At one defensive lineman, a senior, number 71, Jaden Foss. At another defensive lineman, a senior, number 54, Gage Roberts. Defensive lineman, a senior, number 77, Matt Bryant. At a linebacker, a junior, number 5, Logan Vincent. At a linebacker, a senior, number 52, Luke Selzer. At a linebacker, a junior, number 22, Emmett Legge. At a linebacker, a junior, number 56, Madden Barstead. At cornerback, a senior, number 13, Grady Crawford. At free safety, a junior, number 95, Slade Nordstrom. At strong safety, a junior, number 4, Brady Houff. And at quarterback, a senior, number 18, Reese Steffen. And now for your starting offense for the Stanley Blue Jays. At one offensive lineman, a junior, number 71, Carter Gettle. Another offensive lineman, a junior, number 64, Eli Brewer. Offensive lineman, a freshman, number 52, Ace Johnson. Offensive lineman, a sophomore, number 72, Griffin Wilson. Offensive lineman, a junior, number 67, Levi Uran. At tight end, a junior, number 9, Ben Heenick. At wide receiver, a junior, number 11, Austin Cannonwisher. The wide receiver, a senior, number 2, Ashton Peterson. A wide receiver, a junior, number 18, Javon Johnson. At running back, a junior, number 22, Caden Uran. And at quarterback, a junior, number 4, Kane Reap.
There you have your starting lineups for the Stanley Blue Jays. Wearing their blue uniforms tonight. Our starting lineups have been brought to you by the Country Store located over in Powers Lake, North Dakota. We visit doitbest.com, the Country Store, order online and pick it up. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it at the Country Store. And as we look at the kickoff tonight, the Stanley Blue Jays will be the first to receive the football tonight, as we're just about ready to get going here on a beautiful, cool night. Great night for football in North Dakota. The wind will go down eventually, but the kicker for the Logan Vincent doing the kicking duties for the Aggies. Ball spotted. Back deep is number 22 for the Blue Jays. And we are underway with our Northwest Therapy Services opening kickoff as the ball is picked up, comes to the right side as it's returned by number 3, Oscar Garcia. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Stanley Blue Jays.
Well, Velva held a pretty good containment there on the edge there, and Belzer and Ferguson had containment there, made a pretty good tackle there. Garcia, he's got some wheels, and he was coming around the corner, so they made a pretty good tackle there.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Stanley Blue Jays as they spot the ball at about the 15-yard line, 16-yard line. As we're just underway here in Stanley, North Dakota. Receivers split out, dual receivers split out to the right side. Ben Hinnick, the tight end, and they're looking to throw the ball over the middle, and that is picked off. So the first play of the game results in an interception, and that's not the way you want to start the game, John.
No, it looks like Stanley was going to come out with an aggressive plan there, and mix up between the quarterback and the receiver, and Kane just threw it out there, and Nordstrom just kind of put his arms under there and caught it right before she touched the ground there.
So we were talking about it in our Border Plains Equipment pregame show before that, and one of the things they got to do is limit the turnovers and limit the points opportunities. They split up an I formation here, the Aggies, as Kittleson barks out the signals, hands the ball to number 5, Logan Vincent. He's going to pick up, gets past the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up a good 7 yards on his first carry of the night as Mr. Vincent goes for 7.
Well, that hole there in the interior of that defense, Stanley's going to have to stay together if they're going to keep running down the middle like that.
Second down and 3 from the 26 inside the Stanley Blue Jays. They hand the ball off to Vincent again. He puts his head down. He crosses the line of scrimmage, gets up near the 20-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 6 yards on his second carry. Mr. Vincent has carried the ball twice, has picked up 13 yards, and it's a Prairie Home Furnishings first down for the Aggies.
Old Dane Dunham there coming around the edge. He barely missed him. He would have had a tackle for loss there, about a half a step late on that.
Inside the red zone, the Service Valley Dental Group red zone, as we have a man in motion, that is Logan. There's going to be a quarterback keeper as Kittleson goes right up the middle, follows his offensive line, and he's going to be close, if not have a first down the way it looks. It is a 11-yard carry for Cooper Kittleson on his first carry of the evening, and that is another first down sponsored by Prairie Home Furnishings here in Stanley, North Dakota.
Yeah, Kittleson took that and was going to option out and kept that himself and went right around the corner there.
Two men split out wide to the right side. Kittleson directing traffic. They hand the ball off again, going right up the middle. He's close to the end zone, but he's just a yard short. He'll pick up 8. That's Vincent with a 8-yard carry. And they can smell the end zone as the ball's placed at the 1-yard line.
Aggies seem to have the ball moving pretty methodically, and it will here. And Stanley's going to have a defensive stop here to keep the Aggies from getting on the board first.
As the ball is carried, Vincent is in for the touchdown with the 1-yard touchdown run by Logan Vincent, doing most of the duties on his 4th carry of the night. Finds the end zone from 1 yard out, and the Aggies are on the board.
Well, that's a way to come into enemy territory and put some points on the board pretty fast. Stanley's going to have to rebound pretty quick here and keep this thing close.
They're going to set up and go for 2 the way it looks with 9:40 to go. They're up on your NCC scoreboard 6-0 so far as Kittleson looking to throw the ball goes to number 4. That is Brady Hoff with the 2-point conversion. And so with 9:40 left here in the first quarter, the Aggies off the interception make good use of it as they put 6 points on the board with the 2-point conversion. Your NCC scoreboard, it's the Aggies 8, the Blue Jays 0. We'll be back after this timeout.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
As we come back here to Lenny Ingot Field, gives us a chance to thank the Divide County Quarterback Club, established in 1971 as a Big Kick. And Divide County coming on board with us as a live read sponsor this year, and their first year as a sponsor here on Game Day Media. As that ball was kicked away, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Stanley Blue Jays. And if you're a Stanley Blue Jays coaching staff right now, you got to instill in your players, we got to block that interception away, and let's do our job.
Yeah, one play at a time, right?
Yeah.
We still got dang near 4 quarters left to play this game, and that's one possession. That's one pass. Well, we got a couple more opportunities here for Stanley to put that one away and play one play at a time.
Because that kickoff was out of bounds, that was a penalty, so they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Blue Jays as receivers split out wide and to the left. The tight end on the right side of the offensive line. Here's the pitch back to number 22. That is Uran, Caden Uran, the junior running back. He has no gain on that play, so brings up second down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Good defensive pursuit there.
Slade Nordstrom followed that all the way across the field, and he come back through and made that tackle from his position, and the whole entire Velva side was just floating towards it. So it was good containment and pursuit from the Velva defense.
8-0 on your NCC scoreboard. The Aggies finding the end zone off of the interception by the Blue Jays on the very first play of the game. Here is Uran again, getting a few yards on that pickup, goes up the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 yards on that last carry.
Stanley's going to get a couple opportunities, I think, to run the ball up the middle, and if they can pick up a couple chunks on those, it should give them some opportunities to get some yards down here.
Ball spotted at the Blue Jay 38-yard line, brings up third down with 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Shotgun formation, and there is the screen pass back over to Ben Hennick. He shreds one defender. He's going to pick up enough yards. He'll pick up 8 yards on that reception, and just like that, that is a Blue Jay first down, sponsored by Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley right here in Stanley, North Dakota.
Like you're talking about, Mr. Ben Hennick, 6'7", 240 pounds. It's going to take more than a shoulder bump to bring the man down.
Yeah. You know, he just kind of said, I'll get out of my way, you know. First down and 10 for the Blue Jays. I formation as they hand the ball off again to Uran. Uran kind of dodging and weaving, goes to the left side of his line where he's going to pick up about 2 yards on that last carry.
Well, Luke Selzer, he come around the defensive end spot. He was playing on the left side, and he tracked him all the way down on the far side and made that tackle. So pursuit from Selzer is key in there.
Second down. Actually, it's a 1-yard gain for Mr. Uran, according to the scoreboard. And so we'll take 1 yard away from him. Maybe second down and 9 as they spot the ball at the 47-yard line for the Blue Jays. Sun coming out here at Lenny Ingot Fields. They hand the ball off again to Uran. He puts his head down where he's wrapped up for about another 1-2 yard gain. So,
you know, Randy, there's some consistency here in the Stanley offense not getting any penetration in their drive against that Velva defensive line. They're going to have to get a little faster, a little bit stronger, get a couple yards for their running backs.
Just got under the 7-minute mark here in the first quarter. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line, brings up third down and 7. As this time the quarterback, Reap, goes under center. Screen pass over on the right side. He's going to have to put the Jets down, but he's going to lose yards on that reception to number 18, Javon Johnson. he kind of went backwards for -1 on that last screenplay.
Velva saw that coming, and they stayed patient. And they waited for Javon to come around the corner, and they kept him pushed inside and had some help come in and make the tackle there for Velva.
There'll be a loss of 2 on that last play. And there's the kick. It's away. And they're not going to return it. They'll let the Stanley Blue Jays down it as they down it at about the 27, 28-yard line. And so change of possession for the Velva-Aggies as they're able to stop the Blue Jays on their second offensive drive here this afternoon. 5:59 left in the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, my name is Randy Peterson alongside John Battinger. Battinger, something you said you respond to just about anything, don't
it's
you?
Battinger, Battinger, Battizer. I've gotten it all, but we recognize that names are important, but we go with what we're called.
Tioga Pirates Booster Club also coming on board to help us this year with a live read sponsorship supporting the Pirates and the Williams County Firestorm and everything that they do over in Tioga. Having a tough night so far down at DLB as they were down 26-0 at the end of the first half this afternoon. Here comes the flag, and that's a pass reception, but we'll see. They go from the 28 down to about the 48. That's a 20-yard reception, but we'll see what the flag is as we bring it up here for you, a flag, and the referee will come back and talk with his linesman, Derek Remick. Again, our officials tonight, Justin Rose is Derek Remick, Matt Liebel wearing our white hat tonight, Kevin Holvey also on the officiating crew tonight, as it's going to be a penalty downfield against the illegal man downfield against the Velva-Aggies. So that reception of 20 yards will be nullified, and they'll mark off the yardage on that play. So they'll bring it back 5 yards on that 5-yard penalty, their first penalty of the night.
Well, when the quarterback has that much time to throw, the linemen kind of get off their rhythm and start downfield a little early.
Yeah. First down and 15 now from the 23-yard line with 5:50 to go here in the opening quarter of this Division 11A football game out of Region 3. This Velva, Drake, Anamoose, Garrison Aggies, the defending champions. And here is a pass to Kittleson, and he's still over number 21 into the game. He goes down to Barsted, number 21, Raider Barsted. He goes from the 23 all the way down a 17-yard pass completion to Mr. Barsted on the second pass of the night. So first down and 10. Yeah,
Kittleson sold that fake when he rolled back around. Nobody was tracking him, and he made a pretty clean pass there to Barsted.
That's another Prairie Home Furnishings first down for the Velva-Aggies. Shotgun formation, looking to throw the ball again, and there's another completion. A stiff arm goes around the first one as he goes from the 42-yard line all the way down to the 40-yard line on the Stanley Blue Jays. And I didn't see who that was. Number 13, I believe. Grady Crawford was the intended receiver. Comes up with it.
Oscar Arquilla jumped in there and got a shoelace tackle. Probably saved a running touchdown as he had the wheels moving.
Another first down for the rolling out pass. Here is another completion to, and poor tackling there. Again, receiving is Grady Crawford. He goes from the 39 all the way down inside the 20. So it'll be about an 18-yard reception.
We talked about earlier in the broadcast, Randy, that Stanley's going to have some discipline on this defensive side of the ball, staying contained, doing fundamentals, playing against a team like the Aggies. You got to do everything right.
First down and 10. Man slides in motion. Here is Kittleson. And Kittleson keeps it for a loss of 1 on a carry. Kittleson.
Loss on the play, second down.
Stanley finally gets a good defensive stop here and puts the Velva-Aggies in a position where they're going to have to go second a little bit longer. Might be good for the morale a little bit to string another one of these together and put that defense in a good spot.
Shotgun formation again for the Kittleson. Little quick pass to Crawford. Ball's out. Ball's on the turf.
Randy, I think the Blue Jays got that one.
Well, they say yes. That is a turnover and a fumble after the reception, and that is a first turnover as the Stanley Blue Jays fortunate to pick up that loose football. That'll bring up first down and 10 for the Blue Jays at the 4:02 mark. So the first turnover against the Velva-Aggies, and the Stanley Blue Jays have the ball again.
Well, we're even on the turnovers now, so one play at a time now for Stanley. Drive down the field, let's put some points on the board, and they can get some momentum running for their offense here.
Again, Kane Reap, the quarterback, junior quarterback for the Blue Jays, under center. There's a snap, and they hand the ball off, this time to Uran again. Uran going right behind the center again as he is a gain of a couple of yards for Uran. That's his fifth carry, and he picks up about 2 yards on that last carry.
It looked like he made a couple moves there in the middle and got to the second level, but he was just met there by the linebackers for Velva, and they got low to the ground and buried him right where she stood.
2-yard gain brings up second down and 8 from the 25-yard line with 3:29 to go here in quarter number 1. Your NCC scoreboard, it's the Aggies 8 and the Blue Jays 0, but the Blue Jays off the turnover. It'll be Reap with the quarterback keeper. He'll pick up about 5 yards on that rushing attempt. His first carry of the night for 5 brings up a third down and 3.
Well, Luke Selzer met him there at that secondary position, and you're going to have to do a little more than just kind of run into Selzer if you're going to get by him. Kane did a pretty good job there getting some yards for his team. Third and short's a good position for these Stanley Blue Jays.
You'll notice that North Dakota score feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. They've allowed us to bring up their URL and let you provide all the scores of the across the state of North Dakota happening on. As long as people are sending in the information to them, they'll put them up on the board. It's a great app. We use it all the time. They're close to first down. And Uran is going to pick up about 1 yard on that last carry. He'll bring up fourth down and 1. He'll bring a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 32-yard line. So decision time here for the Blue Jays. They're going to go for it with just over 2 minutes to go. Heenick under
got
center.
Him.
And they got him to jump, and so that'll be a penalty called against the Velva-Aggies. It'll be offsides, their first penalty of 5 yards. Actually, it's their second penalty of 5 yards.
Randy, you know sometimes when you have a first-year head coach, he's going to make some aggressive play calls if he feels his team's on a momentum, and Velva got caught and got a little sloppy on the discipline on the defensive side.
Prairie Home Furnishings first down, located right here in Stanley. You can visit all your furniture needs and household needs. Visit Prairie Home Furnishings, and there is Mr. Uran. And here comes a penalty flag as Mr. Uran goes for no yards. But let's see what the penalty is going to be as the flag comes out, as the officials gather together. And stops the clock with 1:41 to go. The ball will be spotted for no gain, but let's see what the penalty is going to be. I didn't see anything going on. I don't know if you were
looked like something maybe on the edge there. There might have been a little bit of a hold over them. I'm not sure, but something was going on over there.
Personal foul called against the Velva-Aggies. And they'll take that every week, like they're saying up here in the press box. And it's of the big one, 15-yard penalty. That's going to be called against the Velva-Aggies. So that'll be another first down for the Blue Jays. So their best offense so far has been the penalties that have been levied against the Velva-Aggies.
All the stats show is positive yards. And
yeah. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Reap under center again for the Blue Jays as they're inside Aggie territory. Here's a pitch back to number 13, and that is number 13 is Gage Hunter Warda. Hunter Warda. Pick up one for Mr. Warda.
Hunter Warda, he is a full head of steam when he gets running, and it took about 3 or 4 of those Velva defensive linemen to bring him down. And I think with this momentum, whether it's with the flags or no flags, Stanley's moving down the field here.
Second down and long 8, short 9. Reap goes to his left, looks to throw the ball deep. He's got a receiver, but it's over his head, and that'll stop the clock with 42 seconds remaining as Mr. Reap, unable to connect up with his receiver, number 2, Ashton Peterson, down on the left side of the field there.
It looked like he had a good throw, but the receiver turned around and jumped instead of taking that extra 2 steps and maybe put it in the old breadbasket running down the sideline.
Again, that'll stop the clock with 42 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as Reap comes to the near sideline, gets the play from head coach Jackson Lorenz, the first-year head coach for the Stanley Blue Jays. He comes back into the huddle, and on third down and 8, they line up in shotgun formation. Kane Reap barking out the signals. The junior quarterback for the Blue Jays rolls to his right, looking for somebody to throw it to, finds Ben Heenick, and in and out of his hands, he had it, and that would have been enough for a first down, but Heenick unable to handle the pass, and so that'll stop the clock again. It'll bring up 4th down and 8 with exactly 30 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1.
You know, Ben and Kane have been throwing the ball to each other for about 5 or 6 years now in their backyard, and they make that play every time. But when you get a little bit of more pressure on you, sometimes you think run before ball, and it looks like that's what Ben did there.
Ben Heenick goes back to the punter slot, and looks like they're going, oh, that's over the head, but Heenick goes up high. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to pick up the first down, but he's going to end up a little bit short as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. He'll gain about 5 yards on that carry, but that's not nearly enough. So Ben Heenick picks up 5. That stops the clock with 30 seconds to go. It was 30 seconds when the play started, but that's okay.
Well, that ball got snapped right over Ben Heenick's head, and if he's 6'7", his hand in the air, you're probably going about 10 feet there.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. You got to snap it pretty high to get it over his head, and fortunately they had a punter back there that could get up there and grab it. But unable to pick up the first down, it brings up 1st down and 10 for the Aggies as Kittleson is evading the first tackle, misses the second one, and he'll pick up a 9 on the quarterback keeper.
Randy, actually, I think that was Vincent. They kind of swapped him out there. I think Vincent kind of put a little running shoes on there and picked up some yardage for the Aggies on that one.
Going with the Mustang, huh? That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. We'll send it back to our Tioga Medical Center score desk, and clock hits 0. Your NCC score at the end of 1. It is the Aggies from Velva-DAG, Anamoose, Garrison 8, the Stanley Blue Jays 0. We'll be back after this timeout.
Tioga has a lot to experience. From food to fun food. There's so much to take in. Brush up on your history. Grab dinner and drinks. Then catch the latest movie in a historic theater. With many great places to stay, Tioga makes for a fun and easy getaway. Come experience Tioga and see why those that live here love it here.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brian and Eric Johnson with Investors Advisor Group at LPL Financial are here to ensure the success of our clients. we can help you meet your financial goals. Give us a call at 572-3246 to arrange an appointment today. As we bring it back for the Northwest Therapy Services start of our second quarter here from Linney Ingot Field in Stanley, North Dakota, the Aggies with the football. They give it to number 5 again. That is the running back, Logan Vincent, where he picks up enough yards for a first down. He goes from the 42 all the way down to the 35, so 8 and 15, about 23-yard gain there for Mr. Vincent.
Logan puts his head down and just starts driving those feet, and he got himself into the secondary of the Stanley Blue Jays before he was brought down. And
yeah, he's a load, man.
He's moving.
If you're not watching him, there's college coaches. You better be watching that young man right there. They're going to pitch it back to him again. Puts his head down, and it takes 2 of them to bring him down. He's not going to get nearly as many as he did the last play, but he'll pick up about 3-4 yards on that last carry. Brings up second down, 7 with 11:20 to go here in the first half. At halftime, we'll have our Bank of Tioga halftime report. We'll recap all of our statistics, and as we have them unofficially here for Game Day Media, and try to present them to you at the conclusion of this first half of play. Game over in Delac, Burlington. The Lakers having no trouble taking down the Tioga Pirates tonight. Final score there, 40-0 on an early played game. Here is Cooper Kittleson taking the first hit, and it goes from the 32, and that should be enough yards for a first down, I believe. And that's about a 10-yard gain for Mr. Kittleson.
Looks like Stanley was holding their own with the coverage, which he had to sit and think for a minute and run, and broken play, and he picks up the first down. Then Denham Dunham makes that tackle there for the Blue Jays.
.42 as the clock continues to run here in the first half of play. 8-0 on your NCC scoreboard. As Kittleson again with another quarterback keeper, and he evades the first tackler, and he puts his head down and keeps his wheels going. Picks up about 7 yards on that last carry for Cooper Kittleson.
Well, Ben Henick there makes the initial hit there at the line, and he spins out, and he's got them long arms, old Henick does, and reached over and shoelace tackled.
Yeah.
Keep him from picking up about 10 more yards on that run.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of the Stanley Blue Jays side of the football field. Second down and 3 as we reach the 10-minute mark of the first half remaining. Split out wide to the right is Grady Crawford. Where the ball is handed off again to who else? Mr. Vincent. And he is going to have enough yards for a first down. So he goes from the 16 inside the 10-yard line at about the 9. So 7-yard gain there for Mr. Logan Vincent. First down and goal.
Well, it looks like Velva's position here is run.
And then run some more.
Run some more.
9:37 to go. Kittleson under center this time. Has a quick toss, lateral pass to number 18. Fighting for the end zone. It looks like he might be a little bit short. It'll be number 18. That is Reese Steffen with the reception on the 8-yard reception.
Looks like Carter Gettle made that tackle there for Stanley, and he may have banged his hand a little bit there. He grimacing a little bit. See if that affects him as we go deeper into the second quarter here.
First and goal, or second down and goal from the 1 yard this time. They're going to hand it off again, and he walks into the end zone. That is Logan Vincent with another 1 yard touchdown run, this time at the 8:55 mark of the second quarter. That was pretty easy.
Logan walked in there without putting a paintbrush on his sleeve. He got in there, and nobody touched him, and he knew it right away when he just kind of stood up and took a little breeze walk inside. And he picked up another 6 for his team, and I think the Velva-Aggies is going to start putting some points on the board if they keep putting the ball in Vincent's hands there.
14-0 with 8:55 to go. They spread it out, empty backfield on the 2-point conversion. Kittleson barking out from the shotgun formation. Now Tux looking to throw the ball, goes over the middle, and he finds number 18, Reese Steffen, with the 2-point conversion. And that brings us to the 8:55 mark. 2 more points on the board for the Aggies. It's now 16-0 as we head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. We'll come back with more coverage here on Game Day Media. Back after this timeout.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. They deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Borgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
So those are his yards.
Yeah, and as we come back here, right now it's all Velva, Drake, Anamoose, Garrison, and if we stop the DAG part of it, that's our apologies, but this sponsorship is North Shore Plaza PTO coming on board as a Wildcat supporter down there. Thank them for coming on board here on Game Day Media as the run kickoff is brought back there by number 23. That is Colton Longmer with the return for the Blue Jays. And with 8:48 remaining in the first half, the Stanley Blue Jays getting another crack at it, trying to generate some offense before the end of this first half of play.
Randy, there's enough time on that clock there in the second quarter that Stanley should be able to drive down and at least put some points on the board and make this maybe a one-score game going into half.
Yeah, this is a very stingy defense here for the Velva-Aggies. And they pitch the ball back, and that is Uran with the pitch back. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that last carry. Mr. Uran losing 2 yards on his 7th carry of the afternoon and evening, brings up a 2nd down and 12 as the clock continues to run, and the ball spotted at the 24-yard line as he lost 2 on that carry. Got to get a little bit more blocking up front there, but look at the front line of this Velva-Aggie team. 6'5", 6'3". I mean, they look like a college front line. Here is Reap rolling out, finds number 6 on the reception. Pass is complete, goes for about 6 yards. That completion to number 6, Coulter Fladlin, picking up a few yards.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious if you look at the eye test that the Velva defense may be slightly stacked a little bit against the smaller framed Stanley Blue Jays. But I think so far Stanley's not doing too bad of a job. They're pushing, they're making some yards here, and we'll just keep on seeing where they end up at.
3rd down and 6 as they spot the ball at the 30-yard line for the Blue Jays. As the sun coming out and gracing this field here at Lenny Ingot Field. There is Reap looking to throw the ball, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, and that's just out of the reach. And that'll bring up 4th down and stop the clock with 7:54 to go, and most likely the Blue Jays will set up in punt formation again. But 3 and out for the Blue Jays gives another chance for the Aggies to find the end zone again here with 7:54 to go in the first half. Ben Heenick will come in punt formation. Last time he had to use all 6'7" of his frame plus a few more inches of his arm, and that one's a little bit higher too. But here we have a flag that comes out on the play, and it's going to be illegal procedure whistled against the Stanley Blue Jays. That'll set them back 5 more yards. Their second penalty of the night for 5 yards. They've got a total of 10 yards of penalty yards so far here tonight. Brings up 4th down and 11.
Well, if Ben can get a hold of one with his foot and drive this about 40, 50 yards, it'd be pretty good.
And he doesn't get that much, but he gets a Stanley roll as it goes to about the 48-yard line from the 25 down to the 48 of the Aggies side of the football field. So a turnover on downs again for the Velva-Aggies. Brings up the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club supporting the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers and the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws over there at the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, another one of our sponsors here on Game Day Media, along with Faith Baptist Church up in Kenmare. Pastor Mike Fraunfelter, head coach of the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, invites you to Sunday school at 9:45 with a worship service at 11 o'clock each and every Sunday. That's the Faith Baptist Church up in Kenmare. 7:46 to go, Aggie football again, and there is a Mustang as it's Mr. Vincent picks up about 6 yards from the Mustang lineup, and the ball sitting right at the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards on that last carry for Mr. Vincent. Brings up second down and 3.
It looks like Velva-Aggies are just targeting that interior of that defense for Stanley right now.
Yeah, well, they know who's on the left end there. That's Ben Heenick. They're running away from him. And Heenick putting some pressure on Kittleson, and they find a wide-open receiver on the right flat. That ball was received by number 4, and that is Brady Hoff, enough for a first down, and a gain of about 11 yards to Mr. Hoff.
Well, Ben Heenick was coming off that edge strong, and he just stepped up into the pocket there and made a good throw. Bell was on the move.
Yeah, first reception there for the Blue Jays, or for Mr. Hoff. Shotgun formation again. They're going to throw it, wing it out to the left side. This time Vincent comes up with it. He's got a head of steam, and he's going to be brought down there. So they keep the clock going, but it'll be a gain of about 9 yards to Mr. Vincent.
I don't know how many yards Vincent's going to have by the end of the night, but an ice bath might be appropriate for his legs after this night. A couple of these runs, I'd probably be sitting in a rocking chair by about now.
6:11 left to go here in the first half. Clock continues to run. Again, second down and short yardage. Over the middle, that pass is complete on the left flat there, and it'll be enough for a first down as they go from the 30 inside about the 20-yard line, so a 10-yard gain. And I'm not seeing who picked up that reception over there.
Well, it looks like Velva's just playing these soft pockets, and this almost looks like a zone that Stanley's sitting in, and Velva's just finding these soft targets outside there. And
timeout on the floor, on the field, I should say. We'll step back, and we'll head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. You're watching 11A football here from Lenny Ingot Field and Stanley here on Game Day Media. Back after this timeout.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics, as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
We're away. The Velva-Aggies on a reception to Brady Hoff from Kittleson. Goes from the 20 inside the 5-yard line down to the 4, so a 16-yard reception to Brady Hoff on another completed pass. 8 for 8 now for Cooper Kittleson in the throwing department. And with 5:35 to go, the clock is running. They're in the Souris Valley Dental Group red zone again. Look, smelling the end zone, John.
Well, they've been down there a few times this evening. I think they're just getting comfortable being in this position. Stanley's going to have to make a stand pretty quick here.
16-0 as Kittleson and the Aggies. And this time, Kittleson is dropped for a loss by number 23. That is Colton Longmire, dropping the quarterback Cooper Kittleson for a loss, as the ball will be spotted at about the 13-yard line. So a loss by Kittleson of 11 yards on the quarterback sack.
Looks like the blitz kind of paid off for him there. They didn't come around the corner, and Longmire made that tackle, which should be good for the morale for the defense. One more play here, I think maybe we can get a third down and gives the Stanley Blue Jays defense a shot here.
It's actually a 10-yard loss as Longmire tackles the quarterback. This time they hand the ball back up to Logan Vincent. Vincent still on his feet. He's going to be
ball on the ground.
There's a fumble. Who's got it? They say the Blue Jays have recovered. So another fumble by the Velva-Aggies, and they were smelling the end zone, and the Logan Vincent fumbled the football, and the ball will be first down and 10 for the Stanley Blue Jays on their own 3-yard line.
I think he might have got a little too comfortable going in there. There was open room, and he stood up.
Didn't cover. Here is a handoff, trying to pick up a little bit of breathing room down there. Didn't see who the ball carrier was, but
I think the push got him 1 yard there, Randy.
Yeah, that'll be a carry by Uran for about 1, like you say, John, there. 1 yard, second down and 9 as they spot the ball at about the 5-yard line, sitting right on the 5-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Stay tuned. We'll have our Bank of Tioga halftime report, recapping all of your team and individual stats at the end of this first half of play. There's another quick handoff again, but immediately swallowed up by the whole defensive front line. And that'll be a gain of 1 by Caden Uran, a hard one.
There's just a lot of broad shoulders in that line, and there's not a lot of room for daylight to get through. And Caden's, he's working his way in there, but just can't get right enough through there to get 5 or 6 at a time.
So what do you do here? Do you keep the ball on the ground and try to keep the clock running, or do you throw the ball with a chance of stopping the clock?
I think you put your ball in your best player's hand. You give it to Ben Henick and an outside
see
flat
what he can
or something.
do. Yep. See if they can get some open territory out there. But Reeps in shotgun formation, rolls out to his right. He is looking for the target, and he's unable to connect with number 11, Austin Cannonwisher, and that'll stop the clock with 2:59 to go as Reep just out through Cannonwisher a little bit, and that'll stop the clock with 2:59 to go, brings up 4th down and 7.
That completion's made Cannonwisher's off to the races. He had 2 steps on his defender. Just the ball's a little overthrown there by Kane, and wish he had one back.
Henick again in punt formation, goes with the kick from his own end zone. The ball is there, picked up at about the 38-yard line. Vincent trying to have some redemption, returns it for about 10 yards. It'll be first down and 10 with 2:57 remaining here in the first half of play. As we continue with our coverage here, we want to thank the Divide County Quarterback Club. Proud supporters of the Maroons up there in Divide County, off to a very good start on their football program, 2-0. Also want to thank the Tioga Pirates Booster Club. Pirates on the tough end of a loss to the DLB Lakers tonight, but want to thank the Tioga Athletic Booster Club, their support of Game Day Media as well. First down and 10 for the Aggies as the ball handed off to Vincent again. This time goes behind his left side, and he's going to be denied the end zone, but he's going to pick up about 25 yards on that last carry. He covered the ball that time, John.
Well, I don't know if he'd be able to make it to the sideline if he dropped another one.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have a little trouble. He might have a conversation with his head coach,
There might
Matt
be
Weidler.
a conversation coming that he may just not want to come off the field for.
Probably get some of that sticky stuff, some of that pine tar. I don't know if they can use that anymore, though.
The dirtier, the better, they say.
Yeah. First and goal from the inside the red zone. Souris Valley Dental Group located in Minot red zone. And Vincent with this time his third touchdown of the night from 2 yards out. And Vincent again finding pay dirt with 2:30 remaining on that 2-yard carry, his third touchdown of the evening.
I think the Aggies are just going to start playing now with their ground game and putting the ball in Vincent's hands, give him some opportunities to pick up some clock, chew it off, and some yards. And Stanley defense is going to have to make some adjustments on containment of that young man, or the second half is going to be a little rough.
They'll set up and go for two again with the clock stopped at 2:30 as Cooper Kittleson will go under center this time. It's an untimed down as he hands the ball off to number 23, and that is Lucas Holte with the 2-point conversion. We'll send it back. Your NCC scoreboard, it's the Aggies 24, the Stanley Blue Jays 0. Back after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake serves Burt County and the surrounding areas with a full suite of financial services. We are committed to being your bank of friendly service. Liberty State Bank, FDIC insured. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Game Day Media. You're watching from Lynn Ingot Field in Stanley, North Dakota. My name's Randy Peterson, alongside of John
Badiger,
there you go. I question myself every time look at that kick. My goodness. Down picked up at about the 5-yard line by the Blue Jays. That is number 3, Oscar Garcia. With the return, goes from the 3. Good return there by Mr. Garcia again, all the way out to about the 22-yard line. So a 19-yard return for Mr. Garcia, and it'll be 2:24 left here in the first half of play for the Blue Jays.
Well, let's see if they get aggressive here to start throwing some passes with the clock winding down. See if they can get closer. Coming into the half with a point is better than none.
Yeah, it'd be a great momentum builder here for the Blue Jays if they can find the end zone, scoring some capacity here before the end of the half.
Reed with the pitch to Uran.
Uran again with the carry, goes around the left side before he's met by a wall of Aggies. He'll pick up about 2 yards for Mr. Uran on his 10th carry. There's going to be a timeout on the field called by Stanley. So it'll be a gain of 1 yard on that, but we'll have a timeout. We'll go back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk for a quick word from one of our sponsors. We'll be back.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, or you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
As we come back, pass attempt incomplete for the Blue Jays, stopping the clock with 2:05 remaining, brings up 3rd down and 9. And that last timeout, they said initially it was called by Stanley, and we were wondering up in the press box here, why would Stanley want to call a timeout? But then they changed their mind. It was a timeout. That was called by Velva to conserve some time. 2:05 to go as the clock is stopped off the incomplete pass. As again, Reap stands in shotgun formation. He throws it out into the flat, goes up high. We're a nice defensive effort there. As we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay by number 13, Grady Crawford breaking up that pass.
Crawford stayed real tight to his receiver there, and he watched the body language and then put that pink little glove up there and hit that ball right on time.
Just knocked it away. Good defensive play there, stopping the clock again with 1:59 to go here in the first half of play, and Ben Hennick sets up in punt formation again. There is a pre-snap penalty. That'll be illegal procedure called against the Stanley Blue Jays. So their third penalty, a 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure, will set them back 5.
Well, this will be the second time the penalties come on a punt formation. Yeah. Might be showing a little bit of youth here for the Stanley Blue Jays in the special teams department.
So Ben Hennick's leg will have to add on 5 more yards on this punt attempt. As of now, it's 4th and 14, but the kick is away. And it's going to be a shorter kick, but it takes a Stanley bounce. It's going to be bounced and stopped at the Blue Jay 47-yard line. So first down and 10 with 1:51 remaining here in the first half of play. Again, we want to thank the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, supporters of the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers and the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws, as the Outlaws are taking on South Prairie this evening down in Minot. Also want to thank Faith Baptist Church in Kenmare. Pastor Mike Frontfelter, also the head coach for the Honkers over there in Kenmare Bowbells. Sunday school at 9:45, worship service at 11 o'clock each and every Sunday as they travel over to Berthold this evening. We haven't seen a score come up, but maybe you've seen it on our North Dakota score feed ticker at the bottom of our broadcast here. Here is a hitch and go. They're going for the big ones as that pass is complete. And that is a completion over there to number 18. Reese Steffen with the big completion from the 47 all the way down to the 17, about a 30-yard reception on that last play to Reese Steffen.
Logan Longmire had good coverage on it, just kept his hands down, didn't put them up and give himself any opportunity to knock it away.
First down and 10 inside the Ceres Valley Dental Group red zone. Prairie Home Furnishings first down. Here's Vincent again with the carry. Driving, keeps the legs a-pumping. He's going to pick up another carry of about 8 yards for Logan Vincent on his 13th carry of the night. And already he's got 98 yards on the night so far.
If you want to know kind of how strong this young man is, Ben Hennick had him wrapped up and probably went about 5 yards and drugged down the field. But he comes out the field limping here on that last play, so he may be a little banged up on that one.
It was actually a gain of 8 yards. Second down and 2 as there is a good gang tackle by the Stanley Blue Jays against number 23. That is Lucas Holte on the carry.
Looks like Velva's going to call another timeout, stop that clock.
Okay, timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. You're watching Game Day Media.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company.
As we come out of the Nesset timeout, Nesset located over in Stanley, North Dakota, providing geological services over there along with other services. Visit them at Nesset.
Pass is complete.
And the pass is complete to number 13, and that is close to a first down. If it's not a first down, the way it looks, it's a gain of about 4 on that pass play. And that was the receiver. Who was that receiver out there? Did you see that, John?
That was number 13.
Crawford again.
It was Crawford again, but what I noticed real quick was that Kittleson threw that pass, and he had Hunter Warder literally right in his face, and he just kind of held on to him and threw the ball at the same time, and it kind of shows the ability of that quarterback back there for the poise as you got a young man barreling down on you and make a pretty good throw.
Yeah, we're going to call timeout again as Matt Kittleson wants to stop the clock with 21 seconds to go. They can smell the end zone again, but we'll step aside. We'll come back with more coverage after this Nesset Consulting timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit.
As we come back, 21 seconds to go off of that Nesset timeout called by the Velva-Aggies. They want to talk about it, see if they can gain 6 yards as they're inside the Service Valley Dental Group red zone. As they can smell the end zone again, they put a man in motion, a little play there, and there is a complete pass to number 13, Crawford. Grady Crawford with the touchdown from 6 yards out, a little shovel pass as Crawford with the 6-yard touchdown, and that was a well-designed play, John.
Well, right at the snap of that ball, Crawford took across the line, and I noticed that the defense didn't communicate or follow him and make any mixes on their matchups, and he just took that ball right around the corner. Big hole on the other side over there for him to kind of walk right through.
Makes the score 30-0. And they'll set up to go for 2 as Holte is back in the backfield, flanks the right side of Cooper Kittleson. Kittleson drops back, getting pressure, sidewinder throw, and that pass attempt falls incomplete. So with 12 seconds remaining, the score on your NCC scoreboard, it is 30-0 in favor of the Velva-DAG Anamoose Garrison Aggies. We'll step aside. We'll come back with more action here on Game Day Media after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by, located in Tioga, North Dakota, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated is a proud supporter of the Tioga Pirates, supporting the Bakken with hot oil and water hauling services. For your service needs, call our dispatch office at 701-664-2016 today.
Modern Dental, with offices in Tioga, is here for all your dental care needs. Doctors Amber Wentz, Eric Melland, and Christian Melland provide trusted care for the whole family. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and accepting new patients now. Modern Dental, your smile, our priority. We have a little bit of a break in the action. I know, John, you have a lawn service business over here, and
yeah, we have
how long
lawn
you been in
service.
business?
Oh, we've been running that about 5 or 6 years now, and the grass keeps growing, so we just keep cutting. And
grass keeps growing, you keep mowing, right?
Absolutely.
Here's the kickoff as squib kick. The ball is down there at about the 31-yard line. So with 10 seconds remaining, the Stanley Blue Jays will probably drop to a knee to keep from having a turnover here late in the first half, but they're down 30-0, so the mercy rule will go into effect in I believe it's in the fourth quarter that they have that 30-point running clock with a 30-point lead.
I think Stanley's going to come out and make a shot at this with their, just with their players they have and the youth. Youth like to do some stuff that's a little more risky sometimes.
Most likely we'll see some different players in the second half as well, but Reap from the under center drops back, tucks the ball, and that'll run out the clock as he'll pick up about 2 yards on that last carry for the Stanley Blue Jays. But that'll end the first half of play with the NCC scoreboard. It is the Aggies from Velva-DAG, Anamoose, Garrison 30, the Stanley Blue Jays 0. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our Bank of Tioga halftime report, recapping all the team and individual stats after this word from some of our sponsors. You're watching Game Day Media.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
In a world where every dollar counts, we believe in empowering you to do more with your money. At the Bank of Tioga, we help ignite prosperity for you and the communities we serve. Whether you're a family looking for personal financial solutions, a business seeking growth, or an agricultural entrepreneur with big dreams, we have the products and services to help you achieve your goals. Experience the power of partnership and visit your nearest location or explore our online services today. We ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Continental Resources is proudly independent and fiercely pro-American energy. American-produced oil and natural gas will play a critical role in America's and the world's energy future. So will we. We are deeply invested in our communities in North and South Dakota, Montana, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Texas. Visit CLR.com for job opportunities. We are Continental Resources, America's energy champion.
As we bring it back here to Lynn Ingot Field in Stanley, North Dakota, my name's Randy Peterson alongside of John Battinger coming on board to help us with us. So far, it's first half of play is concluded, and so far it's been all Aggies as they put up 30 points on the scoreboard here in the first half. They got 8 of them in the first quarter on a 1-yard run at the 9:40 mark by Logan Vincent. The 2-point pass play from Cooper Kittleson to Mr. Hoff added on 2 more points. And so the score at the end of the first quarter was 8-0. And then the second quarter, 22 points on the board for the Aggies starting out at 8:55. Vincent again on another 1-yard touchdown run. The pass from Kittleson to Steffen added on 2 points. At the 2:30 mark, Logan Vincent found the end zone again from 2 yards out. And this time a 2-yard run by Lucas Holte tacked on 2 more. And then at the 12-second mark, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Kittleson to Crawford. The 2-point conversion failed, and so at the end of the first half of play, it was the Aggies 30, the Stanley Blue Jays 0. And as we take a look at some of the individual and team stats, 259 yards so far for the Velva-Aggies total offense, 116 of those yards rushing, 143 of those yards passing. As a team, they're averaging 6.4 yards per rush, averaging just over 14 yards per reception, as Cooper Kittleson is 11-11 for 143 yards and 1 touchdown to Grady Crawford. In the rushing department, it's been the Logan Vincent show as he's carried the ball 13 times for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns on carries of 1 yard, 1 yard, and 2 yards. And so they're going to have to try to find an answer for them with the 30-point deficit. But Logan Vincent has been the workhorse here for the Velva, Drake, Anamoose, Garrison Aggies. As we take a look at the other side of the scorebook, the Stanley Blue Jays with a total of 37 yards of total offense, 23 yards on the ground, 14 yards through the air. And leading receiver with 8 yards is Ben Heenick. But Caden Uren, has carried the ball 10 times for a total of 12 yards. And so he has gotten the ball a lot, but he hasn't been able to find the opening on the line, as the front line and the linebackers of the Velva Aggies has just been a little bit too much for the Stanley Blue Jays here tonight. 15 rushing attempts for 23 yards. As far as penalties go, 3 penalties against the Blue Jays for a total of 15 yards. They've turned the ball over 1 time on the first play of the game. It was an interception thrown by Kane Reap for the only turnover for the Stanley Blue Jays. But for the Velva Aggies, they've had 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards. But they have fumbled the ball twice. As they were smelling the end zone, they didn't hang on to the football, and both times lost the ball to the Stanley Blue Jays inside the 5-yard line. So if you're the Velva Aggies head coach Matt Weidler, what are you telling your team, John?
I'm probably sitting there and I'm talking to him to say, stay the course.
Yeah.
When you're winning 30-0 and you've got a margin, there's a tendency to think you're a little more important than you are, and a good coach will remind his players that one play at a time, because Stanley can still score points just like they can. And so if I'm the head coach, I'm saying maintain your discipline, maintain what you're doing, and keep playing football. On the other side of the ball, with Jackson Lorenz being a young coach and a young team, he's the opposite of that. He's going to have to get this team riled up and kind of pushing. He's looking for explosive plays. He's looking for something to get the crowd riled up, to get his players moving, and generate some offense and some good defensive stops.
As the Aggies come back out onto the field at the end of their halftime discussion, we look to the North Dakota Score Feed app as we have Deluxe Burlington taking down the Tioga Pirates tonight in an early game in 11A football by a final score of 40-0. Over in South Prairie tonight, the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws up on South Prairie tonight at the end of the first half, 20-0. And looks like that game's being played over in Ray, to tell you the truth. And then other games that we're taking a look at on our other feed on Game Day Media with Titus Stenberg and David Peterson bringing you the call down there with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like the Watford City Wolves are going to get back to 500 as they're ahead of the Wahpeton Huskies by a score of 39-12 here on, you can watch that on our other live stream on Game Day Media. That said, we're going to send it back to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk, and when we come back, it'll be time for our start of our second half. That's been your Bank of Tioga halftime report. The Bank of Tioga with locations in Crosby and in Tioga. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga. We'll be back after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by...
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit the website at shopotheon.com.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our trauma center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology department. Our physical, occupational, speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunization. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. Schedule an appointment by calling us at 701-628-2505 and find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
And as we do come back, as we start the second half here. About a minute to go before our Northwest Therapy Services kickoff to start the second half. It's been all Aggies here in the first half. 30-0, 30 points put on the board as we take a look at the North Shore Plaza PTO supporting the Wildcats. They say, let's go Wildcats. Thanks for coming on board and showing your support of Game Day Media and the Wildcats from North Shore Plaza down there. And also you can find us on our YouTube channel. There's no cost to subscribe to our channel. Enable all those notifications if you would. That way you get a little ding every time we go on the air with one of our broadcasts. And we'll have a busy schedule next week, so you want to stay tuned and figure out that, but where you want to be. But you can also find us on Facebook, where we post our Player of the Game, Player of the Week, different schedules and different things that might interest you on our social media site on Facebook. You can find us at Game Day Media on Facebook. On our YouTube channel, it's Game Day Media ND. It's Game Day Media ND for North Dakota. But it'll be the Velva-Aggies that will be receiving the ball, and the Stanley Blue Jays will be kicking off the football. And got some close scores over there. We were talking off air a little bit. Alexander leading Mulhall Lansford Sherwood 14-8 with 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Mulhall Lansford Sherwood receiving some votes in the last media poll, as Lewis and Clark Berthold ahead of Kenmare Bowbells right now. Burke Central by a score of 12-6, and also West Oak Newburgh Glenburn taking down Surrey by a score of 24-0. Hennick with the kick, it's away, and it's going to be picked up there by number 13, Crawford. Crawford going along, and he steps out of bounds, and it'll be first down and 10 as he stepped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Velva, Drake, Anamoose, Garrison, Aggies. That's a mouthful to say. So if we miss the DAG part of it, no offense to your schools, but we get a little tongue twisted up here once in a while.
Velva's going to come out of this third quarter here, and they're going to come ready to start scoring some points again.
Yeah, they got a new runner at running back. That's Holte, number 23, as he gets the first handoff to start our Northwest Therapy Services start of our second half. And he'll pick up about 4 yards for Mr. Holte. And that'll be second down and 6 now.
Ben Hennick's going to start making some plays here. He steps over, makes that tackle with Caden Uran for the Stanley defense, and see if they can get a good 3 and out here in the first possession.
Kittleson under center as he hands the ball off to Holte again. He's got a big hole along the left side, still on his feet, spinning and dragging the Blue Jays with him as he goes from the 39 all the way down inside the 45, all the way down to the 41. So a 18-yard gain for Lucas Holte, and it is a Prairie Home Furnishings first down. Prairie Home Furnishings located right here in Stanley, North Dakota. Stop by their store and see what they can do for your household at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Again, another a fake handoff rolling out, and that ball falls incomplete. That was intended to number 22. Emmett Legg, but that is the first incomplete pass according to my unofficial stats for Mr. Kittleson. As the clock continues to run with a 30-point lead here in the third quarter, it'll be a very fast second half. Got a running clock situation with the 30-point lead.
That handoff on that last one, that fake, it had that defense bite inside, and he just kind of missed his throw there.
Here's the ball handed off to Holte again. And Holte drives and keeps the legs going, but the Stanley Blue Jays say they've recovered the football. Let's see. It is another fumble. The third fumble of the night for the Aggies.
I don't even know if that ball hit the ground. I think Hunter Warder just ripped that right out of his hands before he even hit the ground. looking at the expression on his face, he was wanting that ball pretty bad.
So the Stanley Blue Jays started out the game with an interception by the Aggies, and now the Blue Jays have stolen the ball away from the Aggies on their first possession of the second half. So a little bit of life in the steps of the Stanley Blue Jays as the running clock continues with 8:50 to go here in the third quarter. Under center, Kane Reap barking out the signals. And there's thought they were going to have a double handoff there, but Uran kept the ball. The Aggies kind of smelled that one out. That'll be a loss by Caden Uran of about 5 yards on that last carry. And that sets them back 5, brings up second down, 15 from the 37-yard line.
The turnovers are doing good for Stanley, but the point differential on those is not going their way.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't scored any points off of those 3 turnovers for the Velva-Aggies yet. Again, Kane Reap barking out the signals. Rolls out to his right, looks to throw the ball. Now gets rid of it as the ball falls incomplete. Good decision there by Kane Reap as he's had 4 incomplete passes the last 4 pass attempts.
Kane come around that corner, and Lexton Smith, he was running the route with him and stepped back and baited him into stepping in and making that throw before he really wanted to make that throw. So good defensive position there from Lexton Smith to cause Kane to throw that ball.
Javon Johnson checks in from the near sidelines, gets the play, relays it to the quarterback as Kane Reap comes in to the huddle with 7:20 to go on the running clock here for the Stanley Blue Jays with a 30-point deficit. That clock will run continuously with the exception of timeouts. Here is the snap. Step back, going to throw the ball deep and tries to hit the back shoulder of the intended receiver. That is number 2, Ashton Peterson, but that ball falls incomplete for another incomplete pass for Kane Reap.
Yeah, Randy, those are the 2 seniors that are on this Stanley offense. Peterson and Kane Reap is kind of the leadership there, and they're looking to make some moves here to help their teammates out.
Ben Heineck back in punt formation, this time a clean snap. He gets the punt away and gets a little bit of a Stanley Blue Jay bounce as they down the ball at about the 37, 38-yard line. So it'll be another chance for the Aggies to tack on some more points here as they get the ball for their second offensive possession of the second half. As the clock continues to run, they turn the ball, Stanley Blue Jays 3 and out on their possession. Just over 6 minutes to go here in Stanley at Lenny Ingot Field. My name's Randy Peterson alongside John Battinger, providing color commentary. There's a pass that is complete to number 4. That is Brady Hoff with the completion. And it's enough, about an 8-yard completion.
Longmire comes up and makes that clean tackle around the ankles. Keep it only to a minimal gain there.
Second down and 1. Give them 9 yards, I guess, is what they show on the official scorebook. So we'll give them 9 yards. And this time, quarterback keeper. That is Kittleson picking up about 3 yards on that last carry. Tough 3 yards, but that gets a Prairie Home Furnishings first down. Prairie Home Furnishings located right here in Stanley, North Dakota. Your source for outfitting your home and decorating, decor. Tracy and Brent Hishlin, I believe is his name. Brent, is it right?
It is. The Hishlin's here in town.
The Hishlin's in town, yeah. Tracy, I know, is the one I deal with and appreciate their sponsorship on their 3rd year of sponsorship with GameDay Media. A great little store here in Stanley, North Dakota. Kittleson drops back, now tucks. Sheds the first tackle. Here comes the penalty flag. And that's going to be a gain of about 7 yards, 6 yards. But there is a penalty flag that is on. It's going to be a face mask penalty. So Cooper will pick up 6 yards on the run. And they're going to tack on some more yards against the Stanley Blue Jays on a face mask penalty, their 4th penalty of the night. 15 yards tacked on to the end of that run. And so now 4 penalties for 30 yards against the Stanley Blue Jays brings up a 1st down and 10.
You know, those face mask penalties usually come when you're trying to tackle high in your bad form. Stanley's going to have to get some better form on tackles.
As Cooper Kittleson now drops back from under center, goes back to shotgun. And there's Kittleson looking to throw the ball, looking to his left, and he finds number 18 on the completion, dances and weaves and gets down to about the 10-yard line for a 22-yard gain for Mr. Kittleson. And there is a stoppage in clock as they have a Stanley player down. But that pass was complete to, did I say number 18?
That is who it was to.
Yeah.
It looks like Caden Uran.
Caden Uran coming up a little gimpy as he goes back down again. But as they take care of him, we're going to send him back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. We'll come back after this injury timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Game Day Media.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
Tioga has a lot to experience. From food to fun food. There's so much to take in. Brush up on your history. Grab dinner and drinks.
Tioga makes taking care of your family easy with the convenience of finding your dentist, insurance agent, and bank all on the same street, and the luxury of having them all know you by name. And just minutes away, you'll find excellent schools and comprehensive health care. Everything you need to look, feel, and live your best is right here in Tioga.
As we bring it back here, the pass is complete from Reap to number 18, and we cut that commercial short a little bit. Reese Steffen again from 11 yards out, and 6 more points put on the board for the Velva-Aggies to Reese Steffen with a touchdown completion.
Yeah, the Stanley defense just was half a step short there. Kane Reaper there, but just couldn't quite knock that one down, prevent that touchdown for Velva.
Aggies line up, try the 2-point conversion.
And Lucas Holter is in for 2 points. 2-point conversion is good. That'll stop the clock with 2:25 to go. And your score is 38-0. We'll send it back to the studios for a word from some of our great sponsors. You're watching Game Day Media.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
Game 1 powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game 1, the brand behind your brand.
It's another kickoff by the Aggies down by the Stanley Blue Jays. As the clock continues to run, the Blue Jays with a goose egg on the board so far, and the Aggies just keep putting it on with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. Kittleson found Steffes on a 11-yard pass play. Touchdown. And it's been all Aggies here so far. Let's see if the Stanley Blue Jays can get something generated here as far as offense goes. Been a tough night for them so far against this very dominating defense of the Aggies. Warda goes around the left side, keeps his head churning, legs churning, and he picks up a nice gain of about 5 yards. His second carry for 5 yards. Second down and 5 as the ball is spotted at the 39-yard line.
That Velva defense had a target and just locked in on, just barreled down on him. And going east and west is not the direction you want to go when you're running against Velva.
They can spread things out for sure. 1:06 on the clock remaining. As Reap still calling out the signals under center. Hands the ball off to Warda, and he'll pick up about 3 yards again for Warda. And just so you know, they did bring the stretcher in from the ambulance and brought Mr. Caden Uran off the field. We won't speculate as to what his injury was, but just inform you that he was taken off the field by a stretcher. So,
yeah, and I don't know if he was working pretty hard, but I know they're going to take care of him. And
yeah. Third down and 2 here with under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Reap under center, hands the ball off to Warder again. He runs in, and the gang tackling, he'll lose about a yard. Actually, no gain on the play. And that'll probably be the last play of the third quarter as Warder gets up off the deck. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Your score on the NCC scoreboard, it is the Aggies 38, the Stanley Blue Jays 0, as we head to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk for more words from some of our great sponsors.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
Hey, we want to make a correction on that. They did bring the stretcher out. We saw the stretcher did come onto the field, but the player, Cadence Uran, didn't want any part of it, so he's on the near sidelines, and he's a tough-nosed kid, so...
yeah, he's over there walking by himself, and looks like he's got one of his teammates, Brett Leith, kind of grabbing that calf for him. And
So anyway, that's a correction. That's good news for the Stanley Blue Jays and Mr. Uran. We're glad to see that. Looks like he's walking pretty good, but his night is probably done, you might say. But we start the Northwest Therapy Services start of our fourth quarter in shotgun formation. There's the ball through the hands of Kane Reap, and he does a good job of getting onto the football, but on that 4th down and 2 play, they lose about 10 yards, and so it will be a turnover on downs called for the Stanley Blue Jays, and it'll be 1st down and 10 on the turnover on downs for the Velva-Aggies.
I don't know if that was a bad snap off of that. I think that Kane may have just saw it go right through his hands.
Yeah.
But he made a good run back there to fall on it, so I don't get any.
Got a full moon tonight over there on the east side of the football field. Maybe our camera guys can pick that up at some point in time as we look at the action here. 1st down and 10 as the Aggies are going from west to east here at Lenny Ingot Field. And still have Cooper Kittleson into the game as they hand the ball off and goes behind his right wall, and he is going to find the end zone from 27 yards out.
It's all Raider Barstead, and first carry for the game for him.
Raider Barstead with the touchdown.
Young freshman comes into the game and makes an impact right away.
27 yards and a touchdown. Wow. Biggest, longest carry of the night for the Velva-Aggies.
Well, we're working in the 4th quarter now, and Velva's just been running the ball and running the ball and running the ball, and that'll wear down a defense pretty fast.
27-yard TD run. Here is Barstead getting tripped up for the 2-point effort, but your score with 10:18 to go. It's all Aggies, 44-0 on your NCC scoreboard. Stay with us. We'll have our post-game show sponsored by D&L Paraffin following the conclusion of this game, along with talking to our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game and some Lindsay Grocery coach's comments back after this timeout.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
For the healthcare services you need, an expertise you can trust. It's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, we're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me. You can trust us. You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
As we bring it back here to Lenny Ingot Field, the clock continues to run as the Blue Jays have the ball 1st down and 10 as they spot the ball at the 20-yard line. Again, we'll probably start seeing a number of different players that'll be coming into the game, and so bear with us as we get used to the new players as well. And we'll try our best to get everybody's name mentioned as we see them. Here's the ball handed off.
Hand off to Iran up the middle.
And Iran is back in the game.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to stay in there, though. I think that he shook his head, and I think he's being hard-nosed about it now, and coach is going to make a switch and put Hunter Warder back out there.
Yeah, he's coming off, and he probably his night is over with, but he had 8 yards left in him on that last carry.
He had to give it a try.
Yeah, he wanted to give it a try, and 2nd down and 1. Actually, we'll give him 9 yards because it was a 9-yard carry there. So in shotgun formation, 2nd down and 1 with 9 minutes to go. There's the ball snapped over Kane Reap's head, and he does the right thing and covers the ball, but it's going to be a big loss all the way from the 29 to the 14-yard line. So a 15-yard loss on that last play. That's according to my Tioga High School math.
Well, it's going to be hard to go forward if the quarterback can't get the ball.
Yeah. That was a big loss. brings up 3rd down and 17 as they spot the ball on the 13-yard line. The flag kind of limp right now. The winds died down. A beautiful night for football here. Kind of cool, which is nice for football players. I always enjoyed playing that way. Here's a pass completion to Cannonwisher, and he's going to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. That's an 18-yard reception for Austin Cannonwisher, the first time he has caught the ball tonight. And that is a Blue Jay 1st down sponsored by Prairie Home Furnishings, located right here in Stanley, North Dakota.
Cannonwisher ran a perfect route right on the line.
Right.
Just right there to get that 1st down, which is what Stanley needed. 3rd and 17, that's a big pickup for the Blue Jays.
Lanky young man, stands about 6'2", 6'3", and went after it and got it and picked up a few more yards with the yak yardage, yards after catch, right? Well, this time he's going down, and who is that? Warda on the pitch, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose 4 yards on that last carry.
Yeah, Nordstrom come around the corner and caught him in the backfield, kept him contained inside. And Warda, being a hard runner, he kind of tripped up. He tried to keep his knee off the ground, but it touched and blew the whistle dead on him.
Yeah, 2nd down and 14 now for the Stanley Blue Jays. But this defense, they're ranked in the top 5 for a reason. Their last poll, after dropping that hard-fought loss to Harvey, losing 10-8 last week, dropped from number 1 to number 4 this week. So they're still in the top 5. But here's a pitch back now for the Stanley Blue Jays, and they're not going to pick up anything on that last play as that ball is carried by number 24, Regan Gustafson.
The Velva defense is just starting to swarm to the ball as a unit instead of individual players, and that's what you have to do if you're going to be a top 5 defensive team in the state.
Yeah, 6:20 to go. 3rd down and 14 on that no yard carry, I should say. 3rd down for the Blue Jays. Receivers split out both sides as Reap is going to throw the ball, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. They met at the quarterback as Reap is going to lose. Goes from the 26 back to the 20, so a 6-yard loss for Kane Reap.
Looks like old Lexton Smith and Carter Hart pushed that line back and got back there before Kane could make that throw. Had him step up in the pocket, but there was another Velva defender there to bring him down.
4th down and 21. And they're going to call a timeout with 5:26 to go. Little discombobulation there by the Blue Jays. We'll take a timeout as well as we head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. Tioga Medical Center, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Trusted healthcare here at home. To find your provider, schedule an appointment, you can visit tiogahealth.org. Back after this timeout.
At work, the Western Education Regional Cooperative, we believe in collaboration to strengthen education across communities. We provide the tools and training to help you help your students succeed. Work brings learning to life with new opportunities. From teacher training to student success, the Work Center is working for you. We bring cutting-edge training in AI, instructional coaching, school strategic planning, and so much more. Learn more at workcenter.com. Let's go to work.
Hey, and as we come back, 5:25 to go off of that Nesset timeout. Nesset located right in Tioga, North Dakota. And here is punt formation for the Blue Jays. Good kick there. As nobody back for the Aggies, let the ball go, and it's down at the Blue Jay 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
That punt there, Braden Friddle come in and did some punt duties. Looks like Ben Heenek's going to take a couple punts off and let the younger guys come in and get some reps and get some time in. See if we can see what these younger guys have to bring to the table for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And right now the Stanley Blue Jays are learning. Huh?
If you're not learning, then
it
kind of pretty defeats the purpose, you know. And I think these young kids, they want to win and they want to work hard, and they just need some opportunities to do that with some consistency, and the coaching staff will take the week and they'll work with those guys on that.
So we have a whole new crew. Quarterback coming out is Crew Klein. Where's number 10? Klein sets up for this first snap in shotgun formation, hands it off to number 21, Raider Barstead. Barstead will go for about 4 yards.
Braden Barstead, he's just a freshman coming in, but he runs the same way as Logan Vincent. And so if you're taking Logan Vincent out and bringing in Raider Barstead, you're losing some experience, but he's got the same drive, and he's a strong young man, looking to go north-south in that, and the Stanley defense will see if they can contain him.
We want to also welcome in our listeners on KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM, our partners from Flag Family Media, picking up our broadcast here tonight on the radio. And here is Barstead again with a gain of 1 on a nice tackle there by the Blue Jays. Number 24, Regan Gustafson, with the gain. Barstead picking up 1 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 5 as we're close to the 3-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. It's been a fast second half of play as the temperature dips down to 54 degrees right now. No wind, and so a beautiful full moon in the east side of the field here tonight. A great little venue here in Stanley at Lynn Ingot Field. They put a lot of work and a lot of money into this field for sure. Here's Barstead again, putting his head down, churning and keep going. He'll pick up 10 yards on that last carry and another Prairie Home Furnishings first down. Weinbar with the tackle for the Blue Jays with 2:35 to go.
If Barstead's going to keep running the ball straight up the middle, I think those middle linebackers may have to step up and plug a couple holes for Stanley just to slow him down a half a step.
We'll head down to the field, see if we can catch up with Matt Weidler and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game after this conclusion of the game. Barstead goes for 2 more yards on that carry.
Regan Gustafson keeps coming across and colliding with Raider. Regan's a little smaller frame, but he's taking old Raider to the ground there.
Under 2 minutes to play. I don't think there's going to be any question about who our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game is going to be. This time, Raider Barstead carries the ball again. He'll pick up about 5 yards on that last carry for Mr. Barstead. Getting some opportunities with his 6 carries so far. And Barstead now with 50 yards.
Well, that first carry he had earlier, that 27-yard run, kind of let him have a little sunshine there. And
set the tone a little bit there for him. Give him a little boost in his giddy-up. 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Jays, or for the Aggies, excuse me. Check that. As Klein barks out the signals again. No doubt they will keep the ball, miss the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll pick up enough yards for a first down. It'll be about a 6-yard gain for the newly inserted quarterback, Mr. Klein. And it'll be another Prairie Home Furnishings first down, and I don't know if the Aggies have got to run another play as they probably go into victory formation, according to my producer, James Myers. Our camera guys up on top of the booth here tonight, Owen Miller and Aaron Griffin, and doing a fine job here this evening on a beautiful night for football. And I think they are just going to line up, and I don't know, maybe they'll run a play, I don't know, but they're going to count it out, take the knee, and that'll be the final play of the game. As your final score in the books, it is the Velva-DAG Anamoose Garrison Aggies 44, the Stanley Blue Jays 0. Very good played game by the Velva Aggies. We'll step aside, we'll head down to the field, and we'll come back with our DNL Paraffin postgame show, and we'll try to catch up with head coach Matt Weidler and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game after this timeout.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provide speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960. D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brian and Eric Johnson with Investors Advisor Group at LPL Financial are here to ensure the success of our clients. We can help you meet your financial goals. Give us a call at 572-3246 to arrange an appointment today.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. They deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by, located in Tioga, North Dakota, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated is a proud supporter of the Tioga Pirates, supporting the Bakken with hot oil and water hauling services. For your service needs, call our dispatch office at 701-664-2016 today.
Modern Dental, with offices in Tioga, is here for all your dental care needs. Doctors Amber Wentz, Eric Melland, and Christian Melland provide trusted care for the whole family. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and accepting new patients now. Modern Dental, your smile, our priority.
Hey, and as we come back to our D&L Paraffin Postgame Show, I've caught up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Logan Vincent. Quite a game, quite a performance tonight for your Aggies as you get back into the winning ways. So with a victory over the Stanley Blue Jays here tonight by a score of 44-0. We had you for like just under 100 yards, but 3 touchdowns, 1 yard, 1 yard, 2 yard touchdown. Total complete domination by your Aggie team here tonight.
Yep. Offense played really good. I feel like we played some hard-nosed ball. Defense is really good on their assignments. Really held number 9 down to, I don't even think he had 1 reception, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so, you know, last week you had a loss, you know, the first loss that you've had in a couple of years, I believe, as you went undefeated last year. But, you know, it's probably a wake-up call for the Aggies and figuring what you needed to get back and do things right, right?
Yep. Yeah, it happens. Just teach us a good lesson. Stay humble.
Yeah. So sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, and you know, when you lose, you kind of learn. But things look bright for your Velva-Aggies team, don't they? Man, your guys are big up front.
Yeah, I think that loss really helped us out. Kind of set the tone for our alignment too. Kind of get after it a little bit more.
Yeah, and I was really impressed with the hard running. I mean, you just played a great game, and you know, the big guys that you got up front opened the holes for you, and you just kept running. So congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
This is Logan Vincent, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. We'll send it back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk, see if we can catch up with head coach Matt Weidler after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company.
Hey, and as we continue on here with our D&L Paraffin post-game show and our Lindsay Grocery just comments, post-game coach's comments with winning head coach Matt Weidler. Got to be a pretty good feeling after your dominating performance here tonight.
Yeah, I'm pleased, guys. I thought we defensively we were really physical and flew around, tackled really well. You know, offensively, I'm pretty pleased with our line of scrimmage play. I thought we were physical up front and won a lot of blocks up there. Yeah. You know, little concern, our ball security. We had some issues there, and we got to get that fixed real quick.
Yeah. I don't think Logan wanted to go back to the halftime huddle, but you know, sometimes you learn from those mistakes, and you know, fortunately tonight you were able to put up a shutout and learn from that, and like you said, you'll be working on some of those things.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for our guys to get out here and get this win, and then we'll go back to the film room, you know, this weekend, and you know, there's a lot of good things, but as a coach, you can always find a lot of things you need to work on. Our guys know that, and they'll come ready to work next week. So, you know, players enjoy it here, and then we'll get back to work next week.
Hey, thanks for the time. We'll let you get back. I know you got a long ride home, but Matt Weidler, the winning head coach of the Velva-DAG Anamoose Garrison Aggies, as they get back into their winning ways with a shutout tonight, throwing up 44 points against a goose egg for the Stanley Blue Jays. We'll send it back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk as we continue on with our DNL Paraffin postgame show. Recap all the scoring and the individual team stats after this timeout.
NCC Video is everything you love about cable TV in a portable package. Watch shows live or record them wherever you are, whether you're at home or on the go, even out of state. No more fighting over what's on TV, because everyone can watch what they want, when they want, on their own devices, all for the same price or less than you're paying today. We'll even get you set up at home and show you how to use it. NCC Video. Take your TV with you.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch source beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Welcome back as we make our way back up to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk after interviewing head coach Matt Weidler, the winning head coach tonight, and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Logan Vincent, yes. 13 carries for 98 yards, averaged 7.5 yards per touch. Scored 3 touchdowns, being named our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. As we look at the final stats, 390 yards of total offense for the Aggies, 205 of those on the ground, 185 yards in the air tonight, average 14.2 yards per completion tonight. The only thing that went wrong for the Aggies tonight is that they dropped the ball 3 times for 3 fumbles, but other than that, a very clean game, very dominating performance tonight against the Blue Jays. As we said, Logan Vincent with 98 yards on the game tonight. Raider Barstead in a reserve role picked up 6 carries for 50 yards tonight. Lucas Holte 3 carries for 24 yards. And Cooper Kittleson, the quarterback, rushed the ball 6 times for 27 yards tonight. 3 touchdowns for Logan Vincent, 1 yard, 1 yard, and 2 yards, as they were very dominating tonight as they got back to the winning ways after losing to Harvey Wells County a week ago, 10-8. But dominating performance by the Aggies. As we look at the other side of the scorebook, the Blue Jays with only 32 yards of total offense according to our books, and 0 yards, as they had a number of positive yards, but they also had some negative yards, and so they actually carried the ball 24 times, but were unable to get any positive yardage in the game tonight. 32 yards of passing tonight for the Blue Jays. But Blue Jays a little outmatched tonight. The Velva-Aggies, a reason why they're ranked in the top 5 in the state of North Dakota as they get back to their winning ways. I want to thank our broadcast team here tonight as we wrap things up here on our DNL Paraffin postgame show. I want to thank all of our sponsors who help make this all possible here on Game Day Media. I want to thank our production crew tonight, running our board tonight, James Myers, and in the camera booth tonight, Owen Miller and Aaron Griffin, providing you all the shots here. I want to thank my last-minute color commentator, John Battinger. John, your final comments is here as well.
Well, we come out on a Friday night to play a game of football, and I think both teams came out to do that. And by the end of the day, someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. Vincent Logan, I think, said it best that he came out and he said we got humbled.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing's going to apply for Stanley. And they're going to come back next week against their opponent, and they're going to look to win on the front line for those guys.
Well, on behalf of all of our sponsors who help make this all possible, my name's Randy Peterson. As we take a look at what's going to happen on next week, we're going to show you what's going to happen next week a little bit here with our schedule, as we have a volleyball broadcast with the Stanley Blue Jays over at Ray next Tuesday. Volleyball continues on Thursday. Divide County versus Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers over at the barn in Powers Lake. And then 3 football games set for you next Friday, with the Tioga Pirates coming over here to Lynn Ingot Field in Stanley to take on the Stanley Blue Jays, because the field isn't ready in Tioga. They're going to play the game in Stanley. We're also going to be down at Minot State University with the RPL Outlaws taking on the Bishop Ryan Lions. And in our Watford City market, we're going to have the Wilson Coyotes taking on the Watford City Wolves from Fred Fridley Field in Watford City next Friday night. So, again, on behalf of all of our sponsors, my name is Randy Peterson. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend and enjoy. Go to church on Sunday.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, both the own boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land, LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, the Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.